Hi, Amit Pal Singh here. So this is my second session. So if you haven't seen my first session, please see that session and come to the second session so that you can know the continuation. Okay. So in today I will talk about the chess pieces. Okay. Last class we have seen the notation. We have talked about the chessboard, and when I am talking about the chessboard, I was telling you right how to set the chessboard. So this is what I was talking about. So your right hand side, if you see here, right hand side should be white square. This is the correct way of arranging the board. Your right hand side should not be black square. Okay, that is very important. Okay, so one by one we will learn. So let's learn about the rooks first. Okay, okay, let me keep a pawn somewhere and just learn about the rook. So rooks, okay. So rook has, so it is denoted by, as told in the last class, it is denoted by capital R. It has 5 points. Rook has 5 points. Every piece do have points, okay. So if you see here, the king has 0 points. The king has they say 0 points, but actually the king is precious, okay. So precious things doesn't have, I mean like they are precious, so we don't have value for them. I mean like it's invaluable. So usually king is as 0 points or no points, or sometimes it is called as infinity points. So because the king goes, game is over. Okay, so the king has 0 points, the queen has 9 points, rook has 5 points, knight and bishop has 3 points, and pawn has 1 point. So the king, queen and rook are known as major pieces. Knight, bishop and pawn are known as minor pieces. So remember, major pieces and minor pieces. Mainly minor pieces are knights and bishops. Okay. So we have a rook here. So let's see how the rook moves. Rook moves in straight lines. So the rook is also known as elephant, right? So elephant, it's very difficult for the elephant to turn zigzag or go diagonally, right? So so it can only move in straight lines. So the rook will move in standing lines and sleeping lines. So if I want to kill this pawn, so rook moves in straight lines, standing line or sleeping line. So the rook can move like this, like this. It can to H1, it can go till A1, it can stop anywhere. Okay, so it can move like this. If I want to kill this pawn, okay, let's go back. Okay, so if I want to kill this pawn, so where should I come to? I should come to G file or 6th rank, right? So my rook should go to 6th rank and kill this pawn, or I should go to the G4, G file and kill the pawn. So how should I write in the notation? And the notation also. So if I am playing, so one way is play the rook on D6, and then rook, whenever you are killing any pawn or any piece, whenever you are capturing, it will be into, okay, Rx G6. So the other way is you play the R on G4, rook on G4 and R into G6. So these are the two ways to kill the pawn. Okay, so I think you learned how. Okay, let's see one more. I mean, there will be some doubt for the people, so I will just. So let's say the pawn is here. Now the rook can't jump the pawn. Okay, rook can't jump like this. Okay, so it's illegal. So no piece can jump on your pieces. Okay, on your own pieces or your opponent pieces. It can capture opponent pieces, but it can't jump. So if my rook is on d6, okay, it can't go on h6. It has to kill on g6. It can't go on h6 like this. Okay. So only piece which jumps is knight. Okay. Horse jumps, right? That's the reason. That's the reason. Okay. Camel. I mean, like the bishop, knight, bishop and rook can't jump. Because the only piece which jumps is the only piece which jumps is knight. Okay. So now this, there were, before there were two ways: play the rook on g4 and kill the pawn, play the rook on d6, kill the pawn. But now we can't kill the pawn, okay, by this way. So what I have to do if I want to kill it? So if I want to kill the pawn, I have only one way: play the rook on d6 and then rook into g6. I can play only on d6 and then rook into g6, right? So I can't jump on it. So if I want to go other way, it will be like more moves. But okay, rook on d2 or d1, then I have to play here and then kill it. Okay, I hope I make sense. Okay, so let's move to the next piece. So the next we'll learn about bishop. Okay. Okay. So bishop. Okay. So someone to ask me, okay, why rook has 5 points and bishop has 3 points. Okay. So I will say one of the reasons you see is the bishop. Okay. If it is a white, so we have two bishops, right? If it is a white square bishop, it moves only in white squares. Okay. It moves only in white squares in diagonals. Bishops move only in diagonals. Okay. And if it is a black square bishop, so it is a white bishop, but I say black square bishop. So it moves only in black squares. Okay, in diagonals. Okay, so the white square bishop can't capture this pawn. Okay, similarly, the black square bishop can't capture the white square pawn. The pawn on h5. I mean the pawn on white square. So this is about the bishops. Bishops move in diagonals or slanting lines. So similarly, I mean, like if there is a, it can't, these pieces also can't jump. If you see, this is the original square of the bishops. So to move the bishops, okay, to develop the bishop, I will say to develop the bishop, you have to move the pawns. Here we have pawns, right? So we have the pawns. We have to move the pawn at the starting position. In the starting position, we have to move the pawn and then only develop the bishop. Bishops also can't jump, like same as the rooks. So if I want to kill this pawn, I will play the bishop on e2 and then capture it. Similarly, if I want to kill this pawn, I will play the bishop on e3 and then capture it. So this is about the bishops. Okay. So if I want to write down in the notation, how will I write down? So I will write down like this: bishop e2, bishop into h5. The other bishop on e3, bishop into b6. So here we are just learning, we are not making opponent moves, we are just making our moves, right? Okay. So now we have learned about the rooks and the bishops, right? Now let's learn about the second, I mean, like when we have learned about rook and bishops, so it's okay, good to learn about the queen. So the queen, okay, the queen moves, queen has 9 points. How many points? It's the most powerful piece on the board. Okay, it has the maximum points. The points are 9. Okay, so the queen has 9 points. The queen moves like a rook and the bishop. So it's a combination of the rook and the bishop. So if it is here in the black square, it will move like a black square bishop in diagonals, and it will move like a rook in straight lines. Okay, so the only power queen doesn't have is like a knight. It can't jump. Okay, it can't jump, but it can move like a rook and the bishop. Okay, so if it is in white square, if it is on e4, it will move like a white square bishop. And when it is in black square, it will move like a black square bishop in diagonal. And it will move in straight lines like a rook. Okay. Okay. I think that's good enough, right? Okay. So now we will learn about, we have completed rook, bishop, queen. So let's do about the king. Okay. King. So king, it can move in any direction. Okay. It can move. So it can move like a bishop, it can move like a rook also. But it can move only one square at a time, not like the queen. Okay, it can't go beyond one square. So you can't play the king here. Okay, if you want to reach this square, you have to play one move at a time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it takes 4 squares. So this is all. So if I want to play the king here, it will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is all the king moves. So it can go in any direction, but in one move at a time. Okay. Okay. I mean, like if I want to go to this square, I can go straight. It will take 4 moves. I can go like this also diagonally. This is known as diagonal march. So I can go 1. So if you see, because it's a square, the chessboard is a square, and this square is, I mean, like it's exactly vertical line, right? So you can go in any way. So you can go like this in diagonal. Okay, and you can also go in zigzag. Okay, like this. So it will take same number of moves. But if I tell you to play the king here, what is the fastest route to go to a8? So it will be only diagonal march, right? It will be in diagonal. Okay, so that's about the king. So king has how many points? Yeah, yes, 0 points. Yeah, okay. So now next what? So we learned about the rook, bishop, king, queen, right? Now pawn. Okay, let's learn about the pawn. Okay, so we'll just keep some pawns here. Okay, this is also very powerful. We say pawn is 1 point, right? It looks soldier. They say like it doesn't have much value, but actually you will learn more about pawn now. So it does have a great value, which no other piece has. So the pawn, okay, whenever it is in original square, the pawns are in original squares like this, right? Whenever it is in original square, you can move the pawn in 2 steps. You can move the pawn in 2 steps, okay, in front 2 steps, or you can move it in 1 step. So you can play e3 or it can play e4. So only from the original square, okay, you can't jump now. You can't jump here, okay, e4 to e6 you can't jump. So you can play only 1 square. After first jump, you can play only 1 square at a time. So if I have one more pawn, okay, so it's not only about one pawn, okay. If you have one more pawn, let's say. So I played this pawn move. Let's say black played this pawn move. I can again play a double move, this pawn move also. Okay. Now black played this. I can again play double move, this pawn move also. Now let's say black played this. Now I can make a single move. From here I can make only single move like this. Okay. So I can make a single move. I can move ahead and go straight one by one step at a time. So if he plays here, I can go 1 step at a time. 1 step at a time. He will also go 1 step at a time. So it will go straight. Pawn usually goes straight. But while capturing, okay, pawn. So if the pawn is here, let's say the black pawn is here, he can't capture this pawn. Okay, you can't capture like this. So pawn will go straight, but it can capture in diagonally. Okay, it can capture diagonally. So here, this position, when white played this, black played this, okay, c5, white can take b into c5. So this is the legal move. Legal move is, that's the rule. You can take the pawn now. Okay. So let's say black played this and by mistake white played here c6. Black can take the pawn f into e4. Okay. So for pawns, you will not write any p. So you will not write p. You will just write, okay, you will just write the square name. So if you ask me what you should play, okay, if I am playing e4, I will write e4. So whenever it's a square, it's only a square name, that is a pawn move. Okay. So we have learned how the pawns move. The pawns move in straight. While capturing, it will go diagonally. Okay, that is one thing. Now let's one more, and also from the original square, it can jump one. It can jump two moves or one move. It can play one move, or it can play two moves at a time. Okay, so two squares at a time. It can jump two squares at a time. So now, so let's say pawn here he played, then he went here. Black played one move. He went. Whenever the pawn reaches the eighth rank, okay, whenever the pawn reaches the eighth rank. Similarly, let's say this pawn is here, okay, it reached the first rank. So whenever they reach the last rank, okay, they can promote to one more piece. Now if the pawn goes here, you can make a queen, rook, bishop, knight. So whenever pawn reaches the 8th square, this is known as pawn promotion. What is pawn promotion? You can make one more queen, rook, bishop, or knight. Okay, you can't make one more pawn, or you can't make one more king. Okay, so usually most of the people make queen. Okay, because that's the more powerful piece. So you can have like 8 queens on the board. Okay, but I have seen up to the 6 queens. Okay, people has made 6 queens, but usually if you make 8 queens, it will be stalemate. So okay, but with one queen only you can checkmate. So it's enough. Okay, so you can have 2, 3 queens on the board. So that's about the pawns. So now we have learned. So we do have special rules like n%. You will later on I will tell you about castling, n% and other things. This session was only about the learning of the pieces. So we have learned how the king moves, queen moves, bishop moves, rook moves, pawn moves. Okay. Now comes the most dangerous piece. Okay, I will not say dangerous. It's actually very good piece on the board. Okay, people love to play with knights. Okay, so let me arrange some pawns here indeed. Okay, okay. So the how the knight moves. Knight usually moves like this. Okay, so it moves in L shape. So if I want to move, I will say like one at the start. You practice this. Okay, 1, 2, turn. Okay, so how it will be? 1, 2. 1, 2 will be straight, and you then take turn. Okay, so it will be like this: 1, 2 straight, and then take turn. Right, and so same way you can play. You can move front. Okay, it can be straight or it can be side also. I'm like vertically or in sleeping line also, horizontally also. So horizontally, if I want to go 1, 2, turn. So if you see, we are making L. Okay, it's an L. So if I want to go 1, 2, turn. So similarly, 1, 2, it will go 1, 2 straight and then turn. Right? You have to practice this. The more you practice, the more easy it will be. So 1, 2 will be straight. It can go 2 steps straight here, 2 steps. Okay, horizontally or vertically 2 steps. Okay, so 2 steps, 1, 2, then turn. Make a turn. 1, 2, then make a turn. So 1, 2, then make a turn. 1, 2, then make a turn. Okay. So people say 1, 2, 3. That can also be done, but usually, I mean, like you just practice. So it will be a L shape. By practice, you don't have to count also. Okay. So this is how the knight moves. So if I want to kill this pawn, okay, if I want to kill this pawn, I will move 1, 2, turn. Then if I want to kill this pawn, how will it go? 1, 2, turn. So now I want to kill this pawn. So I will come 1, 2, turn. So 1, 2, turn. Now I want to kill this pawn. So I should imagine first, how can I go? What is the fastest way? So one way can be, so I will do 1, 2, turn. Then I will do 1, 2, turn, right? Then I will do 1, here also I can do 1, 2, turn, then I will kill the pawn. Okay. So there are many ways, but at the max I think it's 4 moves. I can kill the pawn. So I can go on g5 also, g5, f7, d6, b7. Okay, so like this also. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then I have to kill this pawn. So you just practice at home. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you just practice at home. So knight is little tricky, but it's very easy. Okay, don't worry. So generally, I will just keep a position. Which position is better to practice with the knight? I'll say keep the knight here and just practice this. Usually, most I've seen like they practice like this. So you will go 1, 2, turn, then come back. 1, 2, turn, then 1, 2, turn, 1, 2, turn, then go right side. 1, 2, turn, then come back. 1, 2, turn. Now go right side. 1, 2, turn, come back. 1, 2, turn. So now down. 1, 2, turn. 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 That's it. Practice it. You will be able to do it nicely. Okay. That's it. I think I have covered most of the. So this is how. Once you have learned how to play, that will be excellent. So how to practice, where to practice, there are some ways, some easy ways. Create an ID at leeches.org. Okay, it has nice this chess basics. Go to, this is for free. Okay, it will be very good. My ID is Maestro Coach. You can follow me, and we can sometimes play also. So these are the pieces. Okay, these are rook. So it is a beautiful way to teach the kids. So it will ask you. Okay, just register. Okay, how you register is just go to leeches.org on laptop or desktop, and Leeches is an app in where your iPad or the phone, anywhere. Okay, so tab. So just go to register here and register with username, password, email. Your like same something like Gmail. Just do I agree and register. Once you register and sign in, okay. So it will be good if you sign in. Then you learn chess basics here. Go to chess basics. Practice whatever you have known till now. So the rook, bishop, queen, king, knight, pawn, you can do it, these things. And maybe you can also practice this capturing. Okay, that will be great thing to practice. And then go to practice here. Okay, so no, not practice. Go to coordinates here. And you can also practice the coordinates. Okay, let's say if I do start training here. Okay, it will ask you H4. What is H4? Okay, just click on H4. G8, D3, E4, G2. Okay, F5, E4, F5, D2, B3. So it's giving me the score. Okay, and just try to do this, practice this a lot. So it is one way of fun also, and this way you will not forget the notation. Okay, at the start it will be little difficult for you. You'll find where is F5, where is B8, like this you have to do, but it will be good fun. Okay, so one way of learning this. So go to learn chess basics, then do practice, then do coordinates, and then we will learn more things. Okay, go to chess basics, learn the piece movements, then go to learn coordinates. Okay, any issues, anytime, just you can email me at masterchessacademy@yahoo.com, or this is my number. You can reach to, okay, mine is Master Chess Academy. Okay, so you can just reach Google Master Chess Academy. We are at Facebook, and we are also, we have academy. Okay, we are based at Hyderabad. So that's it. So this is Amit Pal Singh, FIDE instructor and candidate master, and my peak rating was 2274. Thank you. We will watch more videos. Okay, I'll be doing my third session very soon. So let's do more. And once you learn, then you can also play games. Okay, this is 15 plus 10, 30 plus 0. You can, it's better to play something this 2. Okay, this 2 or 3, it's enough. Okay, play rapid 15 plus 10 or Classic. Okay, bye then. Bye. Have a good day. Bye.